one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, approval of minutes. Oh, sorry, did my microphone on? Let's start with April 9th. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second? Okay. Any questions or comments?
No.
No? All right, do I have, all those in favor? Sorry.
Aye.
Aye?
All those opposed? Great. 500. Next, June 16th notes. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Anybody want a second?
I'll second it, Madam Chair, but I do have one correction on the minutes.
Yes, sir.
On item 8, we were discussing the rental policy, and we were going to add some additional language, and the additional language was reasonable wear and tear. It should be accepted, E-X-C-E-P-T-E-D, but the minutes reflect the word accepted, so we would want to delete the word accepted and replace it with accepted.
Okay.
So with,
I never would approve the motion with the amendment, make a motion with the amendment of accepted, change to accepted.
Second.
All those in favor of approving the amended minutes?
aye.
Aye.
500. There you go, sir. All right, public participation. We have none? Okay, perfect. All right, Brendan, you want to take over with your report?
Yes. All right, just some, couple items
Okay.
that have come up since our last meeting. Sculpture Park, the benches, as you know, the police station construction project was approved, cleared, I think, the final hurdle of the planning board a couple weeks ago, and the town is beginning the process of moving the sculptures to their temporary location or home on the common. Recently met with the sculptor for the rock benches, Josh Rudder, to discuss their relocation. And there's 3 stone benches in the sculpture park. One of them is going to go behind the Grandview Farm out in the back courtyard for a nice little seating area there. One of them is going to stay in its location. So the one closest to the Grandview Farm now will stay, that's outside the work area, so that will stay. And then one of the benches will go over to 29 Center Street, which is in between Town Hall and the old bank building where Youth and Family Services is. There's going to be a sculpture there on town property, and then the bench will be closer to the bank, looking out at the sculpture, but also out at the town common. So we recently met there. Sorry, it's 33 Center Street, not 29. 29 is Town Hall. We will have a little relocation of benches along with the sculptures. Not sure if everyone saw, but the micro gallery that is located on the town common. So the Economic Development Office secured state funding to support placemaking efforts and reinvigorate the town center, attract visitors, and foster community engagement in the heart of Burlington. And as part of that initiative, the Office of Economic Development worked with the Burlington developed the Burlington Micro Gallery, which is a mobile trailer-based exhibit space designed to host rotating art installations in interactive programming. So we worked with the Economic Development Coordinator, Melissa Tentakoulis, on a location on the Common, and on June 17th, they had a grand opening celebration for that exhibit, and that is by a Concord artist, J. Hart. The micro gallery will remain on the Common for the next 2 months before it moves to the Pocket Park, and its new artists will be showcased there. And then, so we'll have it to work around in the Common. It looks nice. They have the trailer out there. There's some Adirondack chairs, so kind of a nice little seating area, so to speak, on the Common, so people can go and check it out. But we're excited to be able to work with them on that, and hopefully down the road have some, work with some public artists to get some art in the parks. Playground fiber, in preparation for the start of the summer programs, we had 200-yard trailers of engineered wood fiber or playground fiber brought in. 100 yards was put at Wildwood Park to replenish that playground area, and then we had another 100 yards up at Simons Park. We were not able to get it onto Simons Park before the start of programs, but we did work with James Martin Company Incorporated to help us. We utilized their mulch blower, so it's big hopper on the back of their truck. You may have seen it at commercial businesses where they blow out mulch. This is a little more difficult because the engineered wood fiber is a little bigger. They're not even-sized chunks. They're smoothed out. It's certified playground fiber, which I know sounds funny, but it is certified, so the edges are smooth, people aren't getting splinters and things like that. So anyways, they came in with their truck, and we had a rain day last Thursday. They were able to complete the replenishment of the playground fiber there on Thursday for us. So we're thankful for them for coming in and assisting with that. Now the rest of that playground fiber will go out to Rohannes, and if we have any left, we'll do veterans. If not, we'll have to order more for veterans and then TRW. Rohannes Park basketball court, we're in the process. It was being posted today, the specs for the basketball court renovation. And so it did get, it was getting posted today, and we're looking at 2 weeks. It'll go out to the central registry and be available for people to bid on. And the project, if you don't remember, consists of removing the existing basketball court, basketball support systems, some existing fencing, and preparing an area where we are increasing the width of the court, but we are shrinking the length. So they'll prepare that area, then they'll install a 2-inch binder coat, will be put down, and then they'll come in and do a 1.5-inch top coat. New support systems will go in, and then after it sits for, it's approximately 30 days, they will then paint the court. There are a couple four-square courts there as well. They will be replicated as well, and then we'll have new fencing along the woods that will be, we're looking at 6-foot fences along the woods. Right now, there's about 4, so, and we will leave an opening so that if a ball does go over the 6-foot, they won't have to climb over the fence, they'll be able to go right through. We're gonna have some tree work done in there as well. There's some down trees that are up close to the fence. We'll get those cleaned up and the debris off the fence so they can replace it. So we're excited about that. We anticipate that work being started and completed in September. As you may recall also with our capital requests, we had requested 2 14-foot Toro zero-turn mowers. These are the larger platforms similar to our big 16-foot mowers, but with the zero-turn capability. The dealer had 1 in stock, so we can pick that up when we're ready, and the other one had to be ordered, and we're just waiting on a delivery date for the second one. We hope to have both of them in the rotation fairly soon. Another item, the last couple of years we've discussed this one, Burlington Youth Soccer Association would like to do the solar lights again up at Mary Cummings. Last year, it worked out for them. It allowed them to extend their season. They had, a field, they had 2 smaller fields or 1 large field that they could play later into the evening. As you know, in the fall, it gets darker a little sooner. And as the fall goes on, it's sooner and sooner. So this allowed them to go until the end of October. They did mention that a few more lights would be optimal for them, that they did have to shrink down their area as it got darker because 4 of the towers, they don't go that high. They're only going up about 10 feet. So they'd like to do 8 this year. I just didn't know if you wanted them to come in August and ask, or we didn't have any issues. They're a really good partner. They were responsible for turning them on and off and locking them every night. If the commission would like them to come in and ask for permission again, we can have them come in, but
I don't think they came in last time.
No,
they came in 2 years ago,
Yeah.
but then they didn't, the solar lights weren't available by the time they made their decision, so last year you guys said, no, that's all right, we approved it last year. I just wanted to make sure, if you had heard anything that I didn't, that there were any issues with it.
Does it cost
Madam
us
Chair,
anything?
No, they pay for everything.
my suggestion would be to put it on our agenda for our next meeting for approval without inviting them. I don't think we need to bring them here in
Okay.
August, if
Okay.
everybody else agrees. And I don't have any problem with 8 towers instead of 4 or 6, whatever they had. They don't make any noise. That's the beauty of them, And
And what time are they
I've never
done?
heard of a complaint.
They were done by 9. They ended their practices at 9 there.
Okay.
And there's no issues from the Mary Cummings Trust that they've raised?
Nope, and I will check with them again this year.
And there's no residents around it other
No,
than
businesses across the street, and down the hill, but
down
over
the hill?
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, I will put that on for approval in August. Excellent. And then my next item is, you guys are all aware, our former director, Don Roberts, passed away in March. I think the timing was such around meetings, and I'm not sure we had a chance to really discuss it much. But Don was the recreation director in Burlington for 38 years. And he was the second recreation director for the town of Burlington after serving 2 years as a recreation supervisor down in Milford, Connecticut, my old stomping grounds. He was responsible for increasing number of programs offered, staffing the recreation programs, and his accomplishments from his 38 years and his legacy still live on in our current programs and events. He was the founder of the department's lunch hour basketball program and would play basketball with other town employees and residents on his lunch break weekly. He was the longest and eldest member of the group, and he was very proud of that, playing 3 times a week until he was 78 years old. And he came back after COVID and played a few more times. But when Bill Boudreau had passed, we had decided on a bench on the Common. And thinking back to Don and the number of years he gave and his efforts in just making the rec department, Parks and Recreation Department, what it is today, or giving a solid base for that, what we are today. I wanted to make a recommendation that we name the gym at the center school after Don. This hasn't been discussed anywhere else, just in the office between Kelly and I. Haven't talked to his family about it at all, but I wanted to talk about it here as a way to honor Don for all he did for our department and the town. So,
Can I put forward a motion now? We discuss?
yeah, and then we have discussion.
I would put forward a motion for the commission to vote to dedicate the gym at the Recreation Center in Don Roberts' memory.
I have a second on that.
I would second it also, but I'm just wondering, Dave, if we need to put it on as an agenda item first, before we do the vote. I'd love to vote for it today, but maybe if we do it at our next meeting,
Okay.
might be the way we should probably do it. Town council would probably say, put it on as a specific item before
Item,
we do it. But I think it's a great idea. We're going to invite the family to, when we take the vote, or should we wait?
Or are we going to do a dedication ceremony?
So my thought was, we can discuss that. My thought was that we would do this at some point in the fall.
Yeah.
You know, there's some things we need to do in the gym to prep for it.
Sure.
You know, a good deep cleaning of the gym would be great. The floor, we usually refinish the floor in August, end of August, every couple of years. This is a year to do it. It's ready to go. But yeah, you know,
Yeah, maybe put his name on the floor or something.
yeah. So I was,
Don Roberts' gym or something on the floor.
right, yeah, I was thinking a nice thing on the wall, and, yeah, we could discuss it.
Yeah.
So I will put it on there for
I'll
August.
withdraw my motion. How does that work?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think we seconded, did I second it? I might have.
Yeah, you
I'll withdraw my second then. Yeah, we'll do it,
withdraw
we'll
my
do it at our
motion.
next meeting.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll put it on the August agenda. And I can't speak for you. I don't anticipate any issues with it, but what we can do is, if you wish, invite the family at that time. And, you know, we can set a date for a dedication ceremony if it's approved going forward.
Great.
Excellent.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great idea. At the very least, you know, a dedication to the gym is, you know, is something that we should be doing for him, for everything he did for, you know, for the recreation department. So I think it's a great idea, and obviously, I don't know if his family wants to come and, you know, watch us vote, but I think, you know, a dedication ceremony or something like you did for the bench would be amazing.
Yeah.
So, all
I
in.
hate to date myself, but as I'm getting older, I like to look back on history. And back in the 60s, Burlington was going through a baby boom like you wouldn't believe. And they had 12 fifth grades, and there were 30 in each class. And they had, I think, 8 of them in the Union School, and they had, well, maybe it was 8 in the Center School, which is the rec building, and the rest of them were in the Union School.
Police station, right?
And the upstairs was a combination gym and a stage. They had a little performing stage there. And that was one of the first gyms that I participated in as a kid. It was beautiful back then.
Yeah,
And it would be a beautiful honor to Don to be
Yeah.
part of that history.
That gym, I think it used to go the opposite way that it goes now, because I think the stage was closer to the Union School side of, I've been told stories when I first started, I think when they were remodeling the center school in the 90s, was there a fire, I believe, and
Yes.
it burned?
Yep.
They were almost done with the renovations, and they wound up with greater renovations than they would have gotten, I think. And they said the gym used to go the opposite way, but then they were able to remove the stage, so they created a longer gym. Yeah, so, but yeah, I think it would be something nice and fitting to do.
I agree.
Okay. And then my last item just is a request to attend the National Recreation Park Association Conference, as we do each year. This year, it is being held in Orlando, Florida, from September 16th to 18th. Again, this is the premier professional development opportunity for our staff to get an inside look at the latest products and services, interactive exhibit hall, and then connect with colleagues and experts in the field, and access to hundreds of CEU sessions. And we've been sending someone for the last 15 years, basically. So at this point, I'm the only one that's available to go, and would like to attend the conference this year and ask the commission to approve my request.
Again, I think we have the same issue. Do
Put it
do we
on.
have to do it tonight?
Nope.
One suggestion I would make is under new business, if you just put to the right of it, approval of, then it's been publicly posted, and I think we can vote on it tonight. But if it's just a generic new business,
Okay.
they want us to put it on for the next agenda for approval.
And if you want to throw a commissioner on there to support you for that trip, totally willing to do that too.
Sure? Yes,
Chaperone. He needs a chaperone.
Yes.
That's what he can do, John.
that's fine. Okay.
All right, great. So lots of things to add to the agenda for next month. Okay,
Comments on the report?
sorry, comments on the report, I apologize.
No problem. I have one, Madam Chair. A question and a comment, or comment first and then a question. On the micro gallery,
Yes.
I think it's a phenomenal idea, but I've been driving by it now for a couple of weeks. It's not the prettiest site on the common. Where is the Pocket Park / beer garden?
Right across, next to the old Sweet Ginger, across from True North.
Next to True North.
No, True North is where they have the beer gardens,
Oh,
Where the
okay.
mural is on the building.
right there.
Yeah, so eventually we're going to move it down there?
That's going to go down in the parking lot there somewhere. We helped with the spotting of it, I think, for the Common, but, you know, it's driven through the Economic Development
Yeah.
Office.
How long will it be there? All summer? Oh, 2 months, I guess it's.
2 months,
right?
yep. And then it goes down there in August through, I think, through October. And then they're looking at different areas around town for it. And they talked about a sign for the backside, so people understand what that trailer is. You know,
I think that's the biggest problem. No, I mean, I knew what it was, but like, you go by, you go, what is that? What
Right.
is that trailer? Like, they should have like an art exhibit
Yeah.
or something in front of it.
on the backside, it should
Yes.
say what it is. It was talked about that day. I'll see where they are in the process, but I think they were having a banner made that they could put on the back of the trailer, you know, for wherever it goes, because the next place it goes, you're going to see the backside as well, so you want to know.
I don't know if we could dress it up a little bit. I remember when I was in the school committee, and we used to move the graduation ceremonies indoors because it's going to be a rain event. They would go to Mahoney's, and they would build up a little stage, and they would buy shrubs
Yep.
that were like 6 feet high. They put them all around the stage, and then when they were done, they'd go out and plant them all around the schools. And it was a good way to do it, and it made the stage look nice. And I don't know if we can dress up that area at all, but for 2 months, it's kind of, you know, I don't want to use a certain word,
Yep.
but it could be more attractive. Let me put it that way.
There's an opportunity.
Yeah.
Is it going to be in the same spot for Celebrate Burlington, or we got to move it?
It is.
I know Kelly's got her plans on the.
Sure do.
So, like,
Sure
that's
do.
always where
Like-
the choo-choo train is.
Yes.
So,
Well, like
so
Brendan
if it
said,
has to be moved, I guess we could
Yeah.
ask the, if we have to, I don't know, economic.
well, we worked with economic development to make sure that it was in a spot that we wouldn't have to move it around the common. Moving it is not necessarily the easiest thing.
Yeah.
So we did chat with Melissa about that. So we're comfortable with where it lies for Celebrate Burlington.
Okay.
Do we have any participation numbers for it? Do we know how many visitors went to it?
The trailer?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're tracking it, if they
I'm not sure.
purchased any, you know, the analytic that you can purchase, how many people's phones pinged in that area, that kind of thing. We could check with her. I don't know if they're doing that.
I can ask Melissa. That's okay.
I have a Public Arts Committee meeting tomorrow, too, so I'm sure it'll be brought up, so might be
Yeah,
able
that
to
would be
fill you in.
great. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Just one other quick comment, Madam Chair, not necessarily on the report, but I think in the prior meeting, Brendan reported on the pool being opened up at Simons Park. If people haven't had a chance to go up there, they did a phenomenal job. It's great. And I think they're selling pool passes.
Giving
Not
away.
selling them, they're
Yes,
giving
I was
them
like,
away.
I was like,
Pool
we give them
passes.
to
You do need a pass.
residents.
Yeah, you do need a pass to
Yep.
get in.
Yep.
But get your passes, if they're still available, I imagine.
Yes, they
Yeah.
sure are, yes.
Get your
Yep.
passes and go to the pool. If you have young kids, they'll love it.
One question for you, Brendan, on the benches for the sculpture park. Again, I do have a Public Arts meeting tomorrow, and benches is on the agenda. It doesn't say what about it, but I'm assuming that there were representatives from the Public Arts Committee talking
Yes.
about where those were going to be as well.
Yes, Barbara LaRue and John Sachs
Okay,
were both
perfect.
there, and the
Great.
sculptor.
The sculpture, perfect. I just wanted to make sure that if they did mention it, that, okay.
Yep.
Appreciate that, thank you. Anything else? Yes.
Just, Madam Chair, just one comment. Playground fiber, you jogged my memory, and I know I'll get asked at my next meeting at the end of August, plans to redo the school playground fiber closer to September.
Yep, we do it in August for back to school, so it's nice and fresh. Yep.
Okay, anything else?
No, good.
All right. Kelly?
Thank you. So the first thing on my list is the Overlook Park project. So our work is continuing, and we are progressing along, working with Weston and Sampson to finalize the bid documentation. We anticipate posting the bid specs for the project next week, meaning this week, with sealed bids due back to us no later than 10 a.m. on August 13th when we'll open the bids. From there, we'll bring forward a recommendation to the commission for a contractor. We are excited for the project and to hopefully get it started with construction beginning at some point in September. I think we've gone through a number of construction documents and revisions and all kinds of information at this point. And I think we are well on our way to securing a contractor for that. And professional development, we have worked with, once again, with the UMass Transportation Center, or Bay State Roads, to offer some professional development opportunities for our maintenance division. We have contracted with them to provide 3 upcoming classes in Burlington. The first is chainsaw maintenance, on September 9th. The second is after the storm cleanup, which is a follow-up to the 2-day class we held here in Burlington back in June. And the last one is a chainsaw awareness class on October 2nd. These classes will be held at Granby Farm and also up at Overlook. So the trees that were cut down at Overlook in June they will be used in the after the storm cleanup training, how to cut up debris and, dispose of the tree appropriately. So it's just a natural follow-up to that. So we are very excited about that. Our team members love taking advantage of opportunities that are in Burlington. So we're happy to provide them as long as there remains interest. We're also working on some professional development opportunities for our office staff and our divisional leaders, which hopefully will roll out in September. Haven't got a date secured for that yet, but we will soon. As you are aware, July is Parks and Recreation Month. We are very excited about that. The National Park and Recreation Association, 40 years ago this year, established July as Parks and Recreation Month. This year, the theme is Build Together, Play Together. And throughout the month, our department's celebrating in a number of different ways. You might see on social media, we have a number of campaigns out. Today is Maintenance Monday. We have Workout Wednesdays. We have Fun Fridays. We have a number of pop-up events that are coming. In addition to the engagement with the community, we're also ensuring that we celebrate our staff. Our Culture Committee is hosting a full-time staff member celebration on Wednesday, and we are working on putting together packages for our part-time teams for Friday. This Friday is actually Parks and Recreation Professionals Day, so it's a day for us to kind of celebrate everyone and all the work that they do to build community here in Burlington. So you can keep a lookout on our social media for that, but we are very excited in living Parks and Recreation Month up to its fullest, we think. The Hall of Fame Committee was able to meet this week, or last week, and we're excited that we have finalized 3 inductees for this year's Hall of Fame. In the coming weeks, we will work on notifying those who we plan on inducting this year. And once they've been notified. We will announce the inductees here at the commission. I'd like to just notify those people first. We would love to hold an induction in September, so we were hoping tonight we could pick a date for that September meeting so that we can notify, when we notify people, we can say, we want to induct you and this is the night the commission is available to do so, with the hope that they'll all be able to be present for that. I believe September 4th was the date we were shooting for. We have some vacations, and with NRPA happening in September and town meeting happening in September, we're really kind of tight for time. So we were hoping you guys could check your schedules tonight and see if that's a date that works for everybody.
It's a
It's a
Thursday.
Thursday. It's a Thursday.
After Labor Day.
It's a Thursday.
Fourth, you said?
Yeah.
Fourth,
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, nothing going
It
on.
sounds good now.
Yeah, right now it's wide open.
Yeah.
Wide open for me also.
Man,
Planning board.
planning board.
And softball.
Oh.
Which one are you going to give up?
They're both
One
at
of 'em.
6:30.
Uh-oh.
So I'm out for the,
So Kelly, is that going to be just a meeting, or are we going to have something at Grandview, or what's your vision?
We did it here last year.
Yeah, exactly.
Or last time. Every 2 years we do it, right? But, and I think it was well received by people. So I'd love to be able to do it here again.
Here,
if
as part of the
that's-
meeting?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
If you guys are comfortable with that. Okay,
I'm good.
great. So we'll mark September 4th down.
Absolutely.
6 o'clock, do we say, in the book?
if it's at 6, I could leave at 6:20 to get to planning board.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
That'll
good.
work.
Okay.
Yeah, you can miss the first 10 minutes of planning
Yeah,
board
nothing
anyway.
goes
You
on
guys
there
just
anyway.
talk and
Yeah.
yelling at each other, you know, it's all good.
Okay, so we'll plan on that then. Thank you for that. And then obviously, summer programming has started. So our summer program's off to a great start. We have amazing directors. Our staff is doing a great job. Our admin team is supporting all of the programs that are out there. I've been so impressed with the work that they've been putting in day after day. Additionally, Kylie and Eva, who are our interns this summer, have really settled into summer and are checking on programs and integrating themselves where they can. So I just want to give a shout out to the program team. They've done an amazing job thus far. A lot of that goes into the pre-planning we talked about at the last meeting, but actually executing and kind of seeing your work come to fruition has been really great for them. So I just want to give a shout out to Jeff, Emma, and Andrew. They've been doing a great job. Additionally, our summer program admin, Beth Ganley, and our TR director, Mike DeMartinez, have been everywhere all summer long, checking in on things. They do an amazing job, and they're sort of behind the scenes and don't necessarily get the recognition that they deserve. So huge shout out to them. And then finally, special events. We have family concerts, children's shows, both on family concerts on Tuesdays, children's shows on Wednesdays and Thursdays. We had the Rohannes Park Open this last weekend, which was really well attended. And then obviously we have Celebrate Burlington on August 2nd. So we have a full summer worth of activities for people. So we're hoping the community is taking advantage.
Comments?
Just like to echo Kelly's congratulations. The programs are awesome. They've been off to a great start. I had to do a last-minute pivot, and that was very easy to transition into. So that has been super, super helpful for me because I had a scheduling snafu that I had to change up a bunch of stuff, and everything worked out great. And the programs have been awesome.
Yeah, I agree, echo what you said.
I just have a couple of questions.
Sure.
The Rohannes Park Open.
Yeah.
Was that a tennis match?
Sure is.
Who won?
There were several divisions, and I didn't get a full roster of everybody who won. There was mixed doubles, men's doubles, women's singles, men's singles. That might have been it.
Masters. Is there a for Master's
I'll get you a list, though. How's that? I will get you a list. Yep, yep.
Also, okay, so also on the Hall of Fame, I actually read about it for the first time today when I was reading this, because I went to the website to read it. How many people are put up to be in it? Is there a wide audience who pays attention to it? Or do you get these random, can you put this person up throughout the year? How does that process work?
Yep. I think it's a growing process. We started in 2017 with our 50th anniversary. This year we had 2 people nominated from outside of our department. The majority of them thus far have been nominated from inside our department from work that we've been doing with people. But there's a form you fill out to nominate somebody, which gets sent to us, and then we discuss whether they meet the criteria to be inducted or not.
Okay, I mean, I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
So I was just curious how many people took the time to either request something, get information about it, or how many people total are nominated.
So, Madam Speaker, so we met last week, and obviously, Brennan and Kelly, have a longer history with the department. I think I'm probably the most senior member of this board, which I was not put on that committee, but the people that were chosen are very well respected in the community, very well connected to the Recreation Commission. And I think, they do it every 2 years. Our first inductees were awesome, and I think all these nominees will be great also. But Kelly and Brendan definitely put some serious thought into it. And we talked about it for probably over an hour to make sure we had the right nominees for this year. So, yeah, and there was recommendations that people had brought in, and you hear what they write about the people that why they think they should be in the Hall of Fame, and it's pretty special. So. Yeah, I think the community will be happy with our picks.
I'm just curious if people know about it, right? That's
Or is there a tool to measure,
no, not even to measure it.
effectiveness
Not even to measure it. Getting a big cross section of the community involved in it, right? I mean, is there a rule that says you do 2 or 3 or 5, up to 5 a year or every other year? And if you've got 10 recommendations or nominees, and do you only take 2 or 3? I mean, I'm all for it, and I'm all for getting a lot of people nominated, right, to build momentum with the whole thing, because building that momentum gets more people involved.
Yep, it sure does. At this point, we haven't had to create a rule about anything as far as the number of people we induct, right? I think when we first started it, we envisioned a minimum of 1 person in each category, and there are 4 categories. This year, we're at 3 of the 4 categories are nominated or have people that we're ready to induct. We do, when we put it out through our typical manner, right? Like we put it out in our brochure, we put it out on our social media platforms. We hang signs, we send emails out. I do think that, we are gaining a little bit of momentum as far as like the number of people, but I agree that it's a little bit of momentum, right? Like however we can encourage more people to do it. I'd be happy to take some ideas and really kind of start running a little faster with it at this point, for sure.
Okay. That was it?
jog rather than a speed walk.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yep.
Madam Chair?
Yes.
Quick comment. I was very happy to see that we didn't have to go through any policies tonight, which was nice. It sounds
Don't
like
get used to it.
Sounds like Mr. Ryan is suggesting we come up with a new policy on the
I
Hall of
was
Fame.
not suggesting.
I look forward to your draft, sir.
That's all I have, ma'am.
Well, you've only been on the board for 2 months, and you already want to get in the Hall of Fame? I mean, come on.
It's pushing it.
Yes, that's it. That's my agenda.
That was it.
One board member each year has to be admitted.
Yeah.
So you're up next.
No, not me, but, and you sort of want to, Madam Chair, I think you sort of want to make it too, if you're in the Hall of Fame, that's a big thing, so that's not taken lightly. So somebody who gets into any type of Hall of Fame, whether it's sports, or, whatever, in the big scope of a Hall of Fame, you got to take from the beginning of when recreation was started till now, and I'm sure there's many people that have done great things for the recreation in the community, but and it's every 2 years.
Every 2 years,
But we
yeah.
sort of got, we did it before COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
So I think, yeah, and you're right. We should maybe, but the social media aspect, I think we could maybe put it out there, like probably a year out, and say, anyone have any recommendations to get nominated? But yeah, I think it's a good thing, and I think people will be happy with our nominees. That's all, Madam Chair.
Okay, sir.
Do we have to ask if anybody at home has any questions? Is this an open Zoom?
There's nobody.
There's
no one
nobody,
there.
there's nobody here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Chairman's report, I don't have anything. Subcommittee reports.
I can give a quick update, Marshall Simon. So we, like I mentioned last time, we voted for a reduced size footprint. We had a meeting this week?
Last week.
Thursday.
Sorry, last Thursday. It's all running together. We provided the engineer some additional feedback on features, talked about some lighting placement. We have a meeting August 12th to finalize the footprint and some of the features, and then we'll start moving into finalizing the design, hoping to have it ready, buttoned up to be executed at the first thaw at the beginning of the year in March. So trying to get it back on track now, and then hopefully, like I said, without barring any further challenges, I think we'll be all right.
Good, excellent.
Any questions for Commissioner Brooks?
I purposely left that out of my report so you would be able to talk about it.
Perfect. That's exactly what I do, is talk more.
Any other subcommittee reports? Okay. New business, there isn't any. Old business, we don't have any either, from what I can see.
This time.
All right. Picking a date for the next meeting. I'm assuming we want something in August.
Late August, maybe?
Yeah, then we've got we have the 4th for the Hall of Fame already. But obviously,
Yeah.
yes.
Madam Chair, if I could just jump back, I did have a new, maybe old business, and I'll let you decide if you want to take it now. But we had in our revolving report from the March 31st report, we had reserved $15,000 for summer orientation. We didn't need that much. I was wondering if you wanted to put it on the next meeting agenda, or if you wanted to do it now, but I was looking to repurpose that for Celebrate Burlington to use. We did it last year as well, had set aside some funds for Celebrate Burlington, just to make sure we had enough that is a completely fundraised event. We don't use any general fund monies for it, so if you want to take that tonight,
What's the dollar amount?
we'd be looking $10,000. And if we had the sponsorships that we normally do come in, it would just get turned back to the revolving account. So we would look to.
Are you looking for a motion to transfer from the revolving account the sum of $10,000?
To reassign $10,000 from the summer orientation schedule, 2025 schedule, to Celebrate Burlington 2025.
I'll make that motion, Madam Chair, and I'll also make a motion that we waive any requirements that we post it twice before we vote it, or at least post it once before we vote it.
Okay.
Can I have a second on that?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion?
Sorry. Sorry about that. I apologize for the lateness.
No problem. All those in favor of the reallocation?
Aye.
Aye, 500. Yeah,
Sorry, now
obviously
we are
that's-
looking next
Yeah,
meeting?
I mean, I just wanted to make sure that's super timely because Celebrate Burlington will be here before we know it.
It
so-
is, 2 weeks out, I was told today.
Oh, woof. Okay.
Is it really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Last week it was 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
It's 3, I was wrong.
You jumped the gun.
I did.
I don't want August to come that
August
quickly.
2nd, it is 3 weeks. August 2nd is 3 weeks.
I come back from vacation.
Okay.
Look at the last two. I'm not on
right.
vacation yet.
I am, yeah.
You're on vacation.
Sorry.
So looking at vacations and everything, Commissioner Nelson and I were just kind of conferring. He's out the first 2 weeks of August. I'm actually out one of those weeks in August. Is anyone around on the 18th or the 25th?
25th, I am decidedly engaged somewhere. I'm on work travel.
Okay. Does
18th?
does the
18th?
18th
I'm not
work?
around on the 18th.
You're not around on the 18th? Okay.
Well, we just need a quorum, and Kelly
Right.
can run a meeting if Brendan isn't here, if we got to have a meeting. Just if we can set up a meeting, if we need a meeting, if we know we can have
Is it
at least
available on
3
the 21st or
commissioners
the
and
Thursday?
a director.
Right. I am available on the 4th, the 11th, and the 25th.
I'm available any day.
Yeah. I'm available on the 4th. You are
I'm
not,
but I'd really
Commissioner
like to be
Nelson.
at that meeting.
Yeah, exactly.
18th or the 25th, or even on the Thursday, the 21st or the 28th?
I'm away the week of the 18th.
Okay. Would the-
I have planning board on the 21st.
I could do the 18th.
I could do the 18th or the 28th.
We do the 18th?
18th.
Is that a Thursday?
Brendan can't
The
do
18th is
I
the
think.
Monday. Brendan can't do the 18th.
Can you do it, Kelly?
I will be here, yes.
Or we can do it the 28th, where, or-
You comfortable with that, Brendan?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I just want to make sure she's wasn't planning to be out
okay.
that day.
28th works.
If we do the 28th, we have a meeting like the next week.
Yeah.
So
So the 18th is actually better.
the 18th would seek, like, space-wise in between makes more sense, if that's okay with you two?
Is that okay with you?
It's okay with me, it's okay with
Okay.
you.
It's
Okay.
fine with me.
All right, so we will schedule it for the 18th.
Just have to be expeditious because it is my daughter's birthday.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, we can make it happen.
Yeah, we can,
It's okay, there won't be cake before
We're
7.
probably going to be approving the bid on the 18th, right, for Overlook?
Quite possibly.
oh, yeah,
Oh, that's a biggie.
that is a biggie.
Hopefully. Opening bids on the 11th,
13th.
13th.
Can we just make sure we have
In-
it virtual too, just in case?
That takes 2 weeks.
Probably,
attend
yeah, probably,
Takes a couple
Yeah,
weeks.
he could
don't
attend
it?
virtually.
Okay, can we request that there's a virtual option for Commissioner Brooks?
Sure.
Just in case, because I have a couple of travel things, and I want to make sure we're getting all this knocked out.
Well, no, I thought you couldn't do it on the 25th.
Yeah, I'm definitely going
Yeah,
on the 25th.
maybe the 18th, okay,
Yeah, the 18th I should be able to, but I got some work stuff
okay.
that's poking
Okay.
up all around.
So 18th is
if-
probably the best.
yes, I just want to say that we might, we're going to have to see what the bids are on the 13th. We probably won't be approving it until the September 4th meeting, just to be
Okay.
Yeah, that's,
anything for Overlook, just because we're not going to have a contract ready, lots of wrangling and talking and all the good stuff,
that's
checking.
literally 2 days to
Yes.
review things. That's not
Yeah.
going to happen,
Yeah.
like, yeah, let's
So-
be realistic. Okay, so August 18th is the next Recreation Commission meeting. We also have the Hall of Fame induction currently scheduled for September 4th. Okay. Any other matters to discuss this evening? Okay, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
So moved. Second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, 500. Thank you.